Hello and welcome back. This is the first 5 minutes of the game. Today we're gonna take on one of the most epic fruits of developer crossovers, Super Mario RPG. Remember, this was before all of the fancy crossovers that we are used to see now. It was also created by the time most believed to be Square's golden age as the absolute rulers of the 16-bit RPG era. It was also my gateway into the world of the RPGs, so I have very fond memories of this game. Probably because how friendly it was to the uninitiated. Right at the start, a huge thing happens for a Mario game. Something that I think was a great decision also. Starting right at Bowser's castle. No 8 thematic worlds, no pesky Koopalings, no nada. Just you, your girl, and the turtle between you. It was quite a surprise, and by 1996 you wouldn't find that out on the internet, because there was barely an internet. Anyway, before the launch of this game, Mario didn't deviate much from the classic formula. The first room in Bowser's castle works as a playground, a testing room for movement in a Mario game that was completely different from any other Mario game from the past. Here you can jump, walk and run, but no menus or pretty much anything else. All of the other buttons don't seem to do anything. It is important to keep it simple, to teach the players little by little so that they don't do much, but still feel accomplished when they manage to do whatever little thing you made them do. Here begins the second part of the tutorial, battles. This, by the way, is one of my favorite RPG battle menus ever. It is clean, simple, and elegant. Its presentation makes obvious to you what can be done and how to do it. It gives you 4 options, so you really only have 3 working ones as of this moment. The second baddie will run so he can catch me. Notice that if you get closer or try to keep avoiding them, they will eventually snap and start running towards you. They walk kind of erratically, so you don't predict where they will be, trying to make you nervous and eventually bump into another of the guards. If you haven't yet, the second battle is the perfect moment to try the special sub-menu. To jump is a very normal Mario thing to do, but here you can see what the specials are for. If you were an RPG veteran, you would recognize them as magic, spells, or whatever fancied you. The important thing is that you get one right off the bat, and the most straightforward one, by the way. You have been jumping with this guy since forever anyway. The sound he makes when landing, though, is crucial to further differentiate the attacks. It is the extra life sound, something every gamer would recognize as a great thing to happen. This associates in your brain positive feedback with the jumping attack, helping strengthen the idea that the jump attack is better for you than the regular one. Also, in an unrelated note, I believe this is the first time we ever see Mario punching an enemy. All of the battles in this room will only manage to bring you, if you're having a really bad day, to at most half of your maximum HP. Again, giving the player the sense of danger in a controlled environment like a roller coaster. These 2 rooms sum the core experience of the gameplay in this title. You're gonna learn and do and meet and kill many things, but if you could see the Matrix and realize the coldest of truths, you will realize this is just about going from some place to another and fighting some dudes. The game needs to make sure that you can do at least these 2 things right. The third room is purely cinematic. The lava, the narrow bridge, the jumping fireballs. All this is just for dramatic purposes. You can even fall from the ledges, so there's no real danger. However, this also relates to Super Mario experiences of yore. You see, fireballs and bridges over lava always announce the proximity of Bowser. Now, even if the fall of the last bridge poses no real danger to you, it gets into your head by cutting you away from the safe zone, the one that you just conquered and feel comfortable in. Nothing left but the face forward. You find yourself at the last room, with its big chandeliers and its ominous parallax effect. Then the musical cue kicks in, and you know that the battle theme of Super Mario Bros. 3 means that you are in deep trouble. The final showdown of what appears to be the shortest RPG in history is at hand. Naturally, you will try to take it all on the evil Koopa King, so you start your brave rampage against him. I was so focused on this every single time that it wasn't until the day I began this review that I realized they give you full HP and flower power at the start of this fight. This is a small mechanism for foolproofing the game, giving you the chance of not being so sloppy this time if you were thrashed by the Koopa guards. After 2 rounds, Princess Toadstool makes an intervention, telling you to aim for the chain. This almost steps in the ground of bad tutorials, but is rescued by the fact that they don't tell you exactly how to do it. For the sake of this demonstration, I decided to be stubborn enough not to listen to the girl and kept pummeling the turtle. However, after the 7th turn and a second warning from the princess, Bowser toughens up and you can't hurt him anymore. This should be enough to tell you that maybe Toadstool is not that crazy, and by now, if you haven't done it yet, you should seriously start to try and find a way to aim at the chain. The number of rounds it takes for Bowser to be invulnerable is important too. At this point, the fight hasn't stalled yet, but it's beginning to. Also, if you just figure it out, this point makes an interesting sort of new start for the battle. One where you now know what's the right way to do it, but you don't know if you have the time to do it anymore. I mean, of course you do. The chain has merely 60 HP, but you don't know this. This is another example of control danger that makes this an exciting and fun battle. Not all that control though, since you can actually die here and be forced to do this all over again. That could be frustrating enough to make you quit, but again, if you didn't manage to get past this scene of Super Mario RPG, it may not be a game for you. Making you beat the chain instead of Bowser himself is an intriguing design choice. It's primordially there to create a different battle dynamic, as I've explained before. But I think it also helps reaffirm Bowser as a powerful character, so the beginning of the game is coherent with the later stages, when you find him again. You cannot beat him yet, and only after quite a journey you are able to match his strength. Now you couldn't possibly believe that this was actually it, but I like how this entire intro stage is in crescendo until the very last second. There! You think you rescued the princess. 1 second later, everything crumbles. This is the moment when you realize all the things you have just went through were only a huge teaser. You see the 7 stars, you see the giant sword, and nothing makes sense ever again. Then, the renewed title screen appears, the stars scatter in all directions, and you are probably left wanting more. A lot more. Through simple design and masterful storytelling, its creators managed to squish both a successful tutorial and an enigmatic trailer in merely 5 minutes of gameplay. You almost start to wonder where did Square lost the way and began creating games that had 10 hours long tutorials that didn't quite actually teach you the mechanics of the game. Well, it was a little longer than expected, but this is it for today. See you next time!